sun's shining and it's snowing. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it any further. Yeah, I cheated. Awesome. Well, the tent's working out pretty good. About 12 degrees outside and it's comfortable in here. It's a little chilly. I got the door wide open. Just enjoying the last of the daylight. About dinner time, I'm gonna try one of these guys. A little trick my dad taught me. These Hormel Completes. And I'm gonna cook it. I hope. This will go down that far in this pan of boiling water here. So let's see if this works out. It's the biggest pot I brought with me. I'm just gonna peel the very edge back so it can vent, and then just pop it in there and hope for the best. I think I need a little more water in there. This thing's been on here for quite a while. I'm thinking it's probably just about done. Oh yeah. Yeah. Chicken and dumplings. Keep from spilling it. Oh yeah, it's really hot. Yep. Next food. It's amazing how much better things taste when it's really cold out, when it's a hot food. I was worried it was going to melt the plastic sitting in that little pan, but it didn't. It's just fine. I think you have to watch it, make sure they don't run out of water. That could be an issue, but for a quick meal while you're doing other stuff, I think that worked out pretty good. They pretty much don't have much to do out here once it gets dark, which is pretty early. Pretty much just sit around staying warm. Should have brought a book. I'm gonna try me some beanie weenies. I don't know if I need to take that off, but I'm gonna pop the top just to let it vent. Just a little bit, ooh, or a lot. Yeah, I guess I can chop some more wood. know if you can read that. 62.6 inside, about halfway up the tent, so it's a little warmer than what it is on the floor, but I'm sitting on a pretty decent sized cot, so I didn't backpack this in. Just circumstances the way they are. Truck's only about 50 yards away, just right off the road. It's really nice in here, actually. It's pretty warm. It's fairly dry. It doesn't seem real humid. The tent's holding up pretty well. There is an issue. That screen right there, the bottom of it down here, has torn. Must have happened putting it up. But give you guys a little tour. So, a couple of packs with just miscellaneous gear. I've got my kitchen there with my food and my utensils and cooking gear. Another sleeping bag, camera tripod. There's the front door. Got her all zipped up. There's the stove. Burning away. There's my wood stock. Hoping that's enough to get through the night. And then underneath here I've got another little kindling stock in case the fire goes out, or for in the morning when I don't want to do anything other than reach out of the sleeping bag. Here's my little wood processing area. Up top, drilled a couple holes in the steel post that comes with the tent to put tent stakes in to hold the lamps and lanterns. And then there's the cot. The Tahoe gear, I believe it's the 10-foot teepee. They call it a 4-man. I think you could easily sleep 4 people in here with light gear in the summer without a stove. With the stove in here, with low cots or sleeping on the ground, I think you could do 2 really comfortably and maybe squeeze a 3rd in here if you were careful about the way you stacked your gear. Of course, I've got all my gear in here. Some of it could be stored outside for sure, but I got more than this is more than enough room, and I can just barely stand up. You know, if I was getting dressed or something, it'd be nice. I like having the extra headroom. Pretty happy with it. Should get me by for a while until I can decide what I want to do. It's definitely nice to have this to see what a 4-man teepee feels like. The dimensions are really close to some of the other more expensive tents that I want to get, but I think a bigger stove's in order, just for being able to stoke it and let it burn a little bit longer. But it's working. It's working. I'm out here. I'm doing it. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've always kind of wanted to do this. This is one of those things I wanted to do. It is pretty expensive, and that's what always kept me from doing it. Basically, just couldn't justify the money for some of the gear. I just couldn't justify it. Not that the gear I don't think is, not that it's not worth it, but it just, I didn't have the extra funding to do it. So, all in all, I think I'm running maybe $200 for the whole setup. Granted, I have a welder, access to a welder, so the stove was homemade. I had a hard time holding this out to keep it in focus. My arm's getting all shaky. But I think the thing I'm struggling with the most, the tent's pretty decent. I don't expect to get more than 1 or 2 seasons out of it. If I get 2 seasons out of it, I'll be really, really happy. But where some of the money comes in is the sleeping bags, your sleep system. And I think that's the main thing that you don't want to go too cheap on, because at some point that stove goes out and you're freezing your butt off if you don't have a good sleep system. I'm marginal. I spent $30 on my main sleeping bag, and then I have a summer weight bag that I'm going to slip inside of it, and then I have just a down couch blanket that you buy at a big box store for $10-12 during the holiday season. I've used it before. It's actually really warm, and it does help. But I sleep pretty hot anyways, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue, especially considering that, you know, we're probably in the single digits tonight. I bet. I don't think it's going to go to negative. It might, but I think I'll be all right. I might get chilly, but I don't think I'm going to get cold. So yeah, I've got the cot. I've got so basically just a camp mat, and then I've got a 3/4 size ultra lightweight Thermarest, pretty thick or pretty thin air mattress. So between all of those, I'm hoping it's going to keep me warm enough. But we'll definitely see. Here are the coyotes. Extra strong. Oatmeal. Hot. That does not take long. It's faster than the microwave. Stinkier than the microwave, though. Well, I came out here to see how my little system's going to work and to see if I enjoyed hot tanning. It's pretty cold yesterday. Today it's about 20, 21. Yesterday it was in the single digits. I stayed pretty toasty in the tent. The tent did okay. I do have one seam that blew out on a screen mesh window. Not a big deal. It kept me out of the weather, kept me out of the elements. This tent's actually kind of big for just one guy, but I don't hear too many people complaining about having too much room. Most people complain about not having enough room. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I just got back from a little trek. I get in here, get out of the weather, get warmed up, eat some lunch as a jump off point to go do day hunts and stuff. So yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, and yeah, I think you can do it on a budget. All in, I think I've got about 200 bucks into this. It's not perfect, and there'll be some modifications that you have to make, and probably some repairs because it is cheaper gear. But I think it's good enough to get you going and see if you want to spend the bucks for the higher end stuff. I would definitely say, for me, this is kind of a well-known area for me. It's not really an unknown. I know if I have to, you know, I know the easiest way out of here, and I know I can get in my rig. And I definitely suggest make sure you have kind of a safety net until you get your gear sorted out. I've got some stuff that I want to do to sort things out and streamline it, but it really doesn't take that long to set up. It's not that bad. I was thinking it was going to be a real arduous kind of setup and teardown, and it's not. It's not that bad. You can jump around out here and do some good hunting, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So again, got me a little cottontail, just a little bonus. Didn't actually expect to get anything. Chase some birds around, but all right. Successful trip.